storm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Lance. And right away he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Packers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, 49ers. Trey Sermon, 56 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 50. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45. When the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action. Now Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. 2nd and 15. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Good defense holds them to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And that is no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Lance now on 1st down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. And we'll see if that pick-6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Huh? Lance now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
But a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half. We just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Check.
On first down, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Parkey for the extra point. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing now is Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. That'll go for a gain of 7. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
And here's Lance. They'll roll him out right. Got a man. That's Ayuk. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
57's Mike. Mike 57. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. 78 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Lance looking to throw it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only one so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. That's returnable now for Smith. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, Rodgers. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine. Yeah, QB's trash. Let's go.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Parkey adds the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And finally marked down at the 23. 135 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to have the Packers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Hey, 1 set.
Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Lance dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Throwing his Lance on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On second down now, it's Jones. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. To throw is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but Let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Lance. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Still just a 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
Yeah. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off right around the 43. To the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 65 yards. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Gold with the extra point, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Complete. Smith has it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
Well, these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
158 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. 2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jones.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Packers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and...
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Rashawn Gary, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 2nd and 20. Lance, a give now to Sermon.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 36. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Jones again.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Touchdown, Packers! A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Packers continue to roll. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Lance to throw it. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
In your face.
On 2nd down, Mostert. 131 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Once again, it's Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
And now they'll throw with Lance. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Here's Lance. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
This is our turn. Our turn.
Now Parkey for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. And now here is another interception. Picked off here at the 32. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, partner, I'm going to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's